There exists a certain magnetism that draws attention the moment sophisticated women enter any social setting, creating an invisible ripple effect that transforms the entire atmosphere. This presence transcends material possessions or designer labels, embodying an inner cultivation that speaks volumes before words are exchanged. The fascinating truth behind this refined demeanor lies not in birthright or fortune, but in deliberately cultivated practices that anyone can master through dedicated observation and practice. These women possess an almost mystical ability to command respect without demanding it, influence without manipulation, and inspire without pretension. By the conclusion of this exploration, you will discover the precise behavioral patterns that distinguish truly elegant women from those merely playing dress-up. The foundation of authentic sophistication rests upon meticulous preparation that extends far beyond surface appearances. Elite women understand that true readiness encompasses both physical and mental dimensions of anticipation. Their handbags contain essentials like quality writing instruments, emergency grooming supplies, breath fresheners, and tissues, while their wallets remain permanently accessible. Weather forecasts guide their daily preparation rituals, ensuring appropriate attire and accessories for any climatic surprise. Social engagements receive thorough research beforehand, with names memorized and conversational topics prepared to facilitate meaningful interactions. This comprehensive readiness creates an aura of competence that naturally inspires confidence in others. Mental preparation becomes their invisible armor against life's unexpected challenges, transforming potential obstacles into manageable situations. Secondly, distinguished women demonstrate exceptional grace during both triumph and defeat, understanding that character reveals itself most clearly in these pivotal moments. When facing disappointment, whether professional rejection or personal setback, they maintain composure without resorting to emotional outbursts or blame deflection. Their responses acknowledge reality while congratulating others' success, then pivoting toward future opportunities with remarkable resilience. Victory brings equally measured responses, avoiding excessive celebration or false modesty that can alienate others. Their wins are received with genuine gratitude rather than entitled expectation, creating space for others to share in positive outcomes. This balanced approach to success and failure builds lasting respect among peers and colleagues. The ripple effect of such comportment elevates entire social environments, encouraging similar dignity from everyone present. Furthermore, refined women master the delicate balance between authenticity and discretion, sharing personal experiences without crossing into inappropriate territory that might compromise professional relationships. They understand that relatability strengthens connections, while oversharing weakens professional relationships and social bonds that take years to build. Their conversations include charming anecdotes about minor mishaps, like coffee spills on important garments during crucial meetings, but exclude deeply personal struggles that belong in therapeutic settings rather than casual social interactions. This careful curation allows others to feel welcomed and understood without becoming overwhelmed by excessive emotional content that might create discomfort. The skill involves reading social cues to determine appropriate levels of disclosure for different relationships and settings, adapting their communication style accordingly. Their storytelling abilities create connection without vulnerability, warmth without intimacy, and relatability without overfamiliarity. Subscribe now and click the notification bell to strengthen our community with more insights into sophisticated living and refined personal development. Click subscribe to join thousands discovering the secrets of refined elegance and timeless class. This strategic approach to personal disclosure builds trust while maintaining the mystique that makes them intriguing conversation partners. Next, we observe how accomplished women carry themselves with purposeful movement that communicates confidence and destination, creating an immediate impression of competence and direction. Their posture reflects self-assurance through straight spines that convey strength, lifted chins that suggest confidence, and deliberate steps that suggest important places to be and meaningful objectives to accomplish. This physical presentation avoids the shuffling gait that suggests uncertainty or distracted phone scrolling that characterizes less polished individuals who seem disconnected from their surroundings. The energy they project through movement creates an impression of competence and direction, even during mundane errands like grocery shopping or routine appointments that others might approach carelessly. Their walking rhythm maintains consistency whether navigating corporate boardrooms filled with influential decision-makers or neighborhood sidewalks during casual weekend activities. This physical confidence becomes contagious, inspiring others to adopt more assertive body language in their presence and elevating the overall energy of any environment. The psychological impact of purposeful movement extends beyond personal benefits to influence entire room dynamics, creating respect and clearing pathways as others naturally defer to their obvious sense of purpose. Their movement vocabulary communicates messages about self-worth, destination importance, and time value that others instinctively recognize and respond to with increased attention and consideration. Additionally, sophisticated individuals approach disagreements with diplomatic skill that preserves relationships while maintaining personal integrity throughout challenging conversations. They listen actively to opposing viewpoints before responding with measured consideration, demonstrating respect for different perspectives, even when disagreeing fundamentally on important issues. Their argumentation focuses on issues rather than personalities, avoiding personal attacks that can permanently damage professional and social connections built over years of careful cultivation. The ability to express dissent without creating enemies requires emotional intelligence and strategic communication skills that can be developed through conscious practice. These women recognize that winning every argument often means losing valuable relationships in the process, understanding that long-term relationship value exceeds momentary satisfaction of being right. Their responses might include phrases like understanding your perspective while maintaining different conclusions, or agreeing to respectful disagreement without compromising their core values. This approach often diffuses tension and encourages more productive dialogue from all participants, creating environments where different viewpoints can coexist peacefully. The diplomatic skills they demonstrate in minor disagreements translate directly to success in major negotiations and conflict resolution situations. Moreover, genuine politeness remains consistent regardless of circumstances or the social status of others involved in the interaction. Their courtesy extends to service workers, customer support representatives, administrative assistants, and anyone else encountered during daily interactions without regard for perceived hierarchy. This unwavering politeness stems from core values rather than strategic manipulation for personal gain or calculated attempts to improve their reputation. Even during frustrating situations like extended wait times at medical appointments or service errors that affect their schedule, they maintain respectful communication without sacrificing their legitimate concerns. The practice of consistent politeness builds reputation and opens doors that aggressive behavior typically closes, creating unexpected opportunities for advancement. Their approach demonstrates that firmness and courtesy can coexist effectively in professional and personal negotiations, achieving better outcomes than hostile confrontation. This behavioral consistency creates trust and respect that becomes invaluable social currency over time, paying dividends in unexpected situations when they need assistance or support. The ripple effect of their consistent courtesy often inspires improved service and more cooperative responses from others who appreciate respectful treatment. Subsequently, discerning women prioritize quality investments over quantity accumulation when building their wardrobes and lifestyle choices, understanding the long-term value of careful selection. They research purchases thoroughly, selecting pieces that offer longevity and versatility rather than trendy items with limited lifespan that quickly become outdated. Their shopping philosophy emphasizes craftsmanship and timeless design over fast fashion and seasonal trends that encourage wasteful consumption patterns. A single well-tailored blazer or quality leather handbag receives preference over multiple cheaper alternatives that require frequent replacement and never achieve the same level of sophistication. This approach reduces decision fatigue while ensuring consistently polished appearances across different settings, from casual weekend gatherings to formal business presentations. The financial wisdom of quality purchasing often proves more economical long-term, despite higher initial investments, as superior materials and construction ensure extended usability. Their curated collections reflect personal style evolution rather than reactive trend following, creating a signature aesthetic that becomes recognizable and memorable. The confidence that comes from knowing every item in their wardrobe fits perfectly and coordinates seamlessly translates into improved posture and self-assurance in social situations. Furthermore, establishing clear boundaries through gracious refusal demonstrates self-respect and time management wisdom while maintaining positive relationships with those making requests. These women understand that declining invitations or additional responsibilities allows them to fulfill accepted commitments with excellence rather than spreading themselves too thin across multiple obligations. Their refusal techniques employ appreciation for consideration, while clearly stating inability to participate without extensive justification that might sound like excuse-making. Instead of abrupt rejections that can damage relationships, they might express gratitude for inclusion while explaining current capacity limitations in terms that show respect for the opportunity. This boundary setting prevents the burnout and resentment that accompanies chronic overcommitment, allowing them to maintain energy and enthusiasm for chosen activities. Their selective acceptance ensures that affirmative responses carry genuine enthusiasm rather than grudging obligation, making their participation more valuable to organizers. The clarity of their communication helps others understand expectations and builds more authentic relationships based on honest capacity rather than people-pleasing. The respect they command through consistent boundary setting often leads to better opportunities being offered, as others recognize their discernment and value their selective participation. Moreover, exceptional women possess the remarkable ability to make others feel genuinely valued and interesting during social interactions, creating lasting impressions that extend far beyond initial meetings. They ask thoughtful questions that demonstrate sincere curiosity about others' experiences, opinions, and aspirations, rather than merely waiting for their turn to speak. Their listening skills extend beyond polite attention to active engagement that remembers details shared in previous conversations, creating continuity that makes others feel truly heard. This genuine interest in others creates lasting impressions that transcend superficial social networking, building foundations for meaningful professional and personal relationships. Personal details like pet names, favorite restaurants, professional achievements, or family milestones become part of their mental database for future reference during subsequent encounters. Their attention to others stems from authentic care rather than calculated relationship building, making their interest feel genuine rather than manipulative. The magnetic quality of focused attention becomes increasingly rare in our distracted world, making this skill particularly powerful for creating strong connections. The emotional investment they make in understanding others often returns multiplied when they need support, advice, or professional opportunities from their extensive network. Finally, truly sophisticated women avoid the exhausting pursuit of perfection that creates anxiety in themselves and others around them, embracing a more sustainable approach to excellence. They embrace human imperfection with humor and grace, laughing at minor mishaps rather than allowing them to ruin entire experiences or damage their self-confidence. Their relaxed confidence stems from self-acceptance rather than desperate attempts to maintain impossible standards that nobody can sustain long-term. This authenticity allows others to feel comfortable and accepted in their presence, creating more genuine social connections that aren't based on performance or pretense. The effortless quality they project results from inner peace rather than absence of effort or preparation, representing a balance between caring and attachment to outcomes. Their approach to mistakes involves learning and moving forward, rather than prolonged self-criticism or embarrassment that wastes energy and damages relationships. This balanced perspective on human fallibility makes them approachable leaders and trusted friends who others feel safe confiding in during difficult times. The paradox of their approach is that by not trying too hard to be perfect, they achieve a more attractive and sustainable form of excellence that inspires rather than intimidates. These 10 behavioral patterns form the foundation of authentic sophistication that extends far beyond superficial appearances or expensive possessions, creating lasting influence and respect. The transformation into refined elegance requires consistent practice rather than overnight personality changes that rarely sustain under pressure. Select one characteristic to develop initially, allowing gradual integration before adding additional elements to your behavioral repertoire through systematic improvement. True class emerges from daily choices and mindful interactions, rather than dramatic lifestyle overhauls that often fail due to their unsustainable nature. The journey toward sophisticated behavior becomes rewarding in itself, as relationships deepen and opportunities expand through improved social capital. Your commitment to these principles will create positive ripple effects that benefit both personal growth and community elevation, inspiring others to raise their own standards. Click subscribe now and hit that notification bell to join our community of individuals committed to refined living and sophisticated personal development. Remember that authentic elegance comes from within and radiates outward through thoughtful actions and genuine consideration for others in every interaction.